I recently found out about something that I've noticed that is happening a lot, and also the pandemic of transmitted sexual diseases. Like we aren't aware of these things, and I feel like it should be something we should be aware of. And yeah, subscribe to my OnlyFans, and you'll see me married and happy one day.
That was
And with a happy family, with my daughter.
Do people who really wanted to get divorced ever come back around and regret it? There's a lot of reels and TikTok videos out there about, oh, the ex always comes back. I think many times exes will come back around. They'll realize the grass wasn't greener. But you have to remember, wherever you go, there you are. So if you were a miserable person inside a marriage, you're going to be a miserable person outside the marriage. People do not change unless they put the work in to be different.
So apparently, we've entered the "oops" phase of modern relationships. You know, that magical moment when a woman spends years telling everyone how free and empowered she feels after leaving her man. Only to pop up on TikTok 3 years later crying into the camera saying, "I wish I never divorced him." Yeah, that moment.
Once you reach a certain age or you have kids, you can't sit there and demand the same quality of man anymore. If I walked around and I was like, yo, I want a bad bitch. Bad bitches need to like me even though I'm a fat slob. Yeah, take me as I am. Just accept me for being a fat slob. At 29, you have a child, you can't demand a certain caliber of men anymore, unfortunately. So then you got two options. It's either I'm gonna lower my standards and live in reality of what I can actually attract, I can write a check that I can actually cash, or you're gonna stay single. What do you want to do?
She said she's scared of being a single mom and divorced. Yeah. So can we discuss that? There is nothing wrong with being divorced. And if you've done everything to make this marriage work, but now it's affecting your health and well-being as well as the kids, right?
And also,
divorce would be the only solution.
Yeah. It really is.
You'll be happily divorced, I'm telling you.
You'd
rather be happily divorced than miserable marriage, okay?
And you know what I also want to say?
Say that again!
You'd rather happily divorced than being in a miserable marriage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Making the video I need to see right now because sometimes life just isn't better after divorce. The thing is, I know it will be. And that's what's getting me through this time. But man, I am really sad. I'm not doing well. I'm not coping well. I miss my husband. I miss my married life, and that's okay to admit. And I just want to feel strong, and I just want to feel like I'm doing well, and I'm just not. I know I'm not the only one.
Look, we're not here to gloat. Well, maybe a little. But the reality is simple. A lot of these single moms thought the grass would be greener on the other side. They thought they'd be living their best life traveling, brunching, dating better men. But what they didn't expect was, dating in your 30s and 40s isn't like dating at 21. Men aren't lining up to take care of someone else's kids. And those better men, yeah, they're swiping right on younger women.
I really don't know how I got here. I am literally sitting in my car, just finished a business meeting about acquiring a pretty good, we'll just say a existing business, okay? And I'm just sitting here looking back at everything that has happened in my life, what the fuck? All I ever wanted in life was to be a wife and a mom and have a family. I like the simple life. I want to live a little bit out in the country on some land and have 2 cows, because if you have one, it's going to be lonely. With my family, and I wanted a big family, and the kids come over when they grow up, and then the grandkids come over, and we all ride 4-wheelers together, and just all that kind of stuff,
Let her speak, please.
At the end of the day, it's important to have a man in your life. It's really important because of the simple fact that just seeing my son raised without a father, it hurts. It really does. And you know what? I'm happy for you, because it's when you have that situation, you realize that it's this is my man, I'm gonna worship him, and this is the family I'm gonna create. When I'm a grandma and I have the whole entire room filled with my grandchildren, that is your real value. And no women really talk about that. Andrew Tate spoke about it here in the podcast, and that's something that he said that I will always hold to me because of my son.
To be one of those women that come on TikTok and cry
And people are like, why is she doing that? I'll tell you that almost 2 years ago, my ex and I divorced after 23 years of marriage. And it's been almost 2 years. It has been the hardest, most loneliest time of my life. I mean, if somebody would have said that I would feel and walked through what I have walked through, I would have said, no, I won't, because I will not make it. I will not survive very long. I just pulled in my driveway from work, and I don't want to go inside because my kids aren't home this week. I also, when I look to the left, I see our basketball court and 2 basketballs in the yard. And I'm not going to move those. They're reminders of these precious children that I have. And that I can't stop. But man, times like this suck when I don't want to go inside my home because there's no one to go home to. No one is in there waiting for me. I will not be greeted by anybody. And that is a really hard place to be.
Suddenly, that ex-husband who worked hard, paid bills, fixed the car, and put up with mood swings doesn't seem so bad anymore. But here's the twist: he's moved on. And now she's stuck making teary videos about how much she misses family life. You know what that is? That's regret mixed with the realization that independence comes with a bill, and it's expensive. This isn't just about 1 or 2 women. There's a growing trend of single mothers publicly admitting that divorce wasn't the upgrade they thought it would be. Because here's the thing. Breaking a home isn't just about leaving a man, it's about breaking stability, routine, and a future you both built. And for many men today, once you walk away, there's no coming back.
I have a kid. Now that I have my kid, I might be this, oh, I'm a boss bitch, da, da, da. But deep down in my heart, I would do absolutely anything to be at home and be like always with my child. But unfortunately, like, he's right. And that shit's hard. Like, unfortunately, since I'm by myself, I gotta hustle, you know? Yeah. But I would do anything to have a man.
Leave him. If you are not happy in your marriage, leave him. If you go to bed every night and wake up every morning wishing that you weren't married to him, leave him. I cannot tell you how many times I hear from clients, from support group members, from so many women who are now on the other side of divorce. The number one fucking thing I hear is, I should have left sooner. That is the most common regret.
It's my wedding anniversary today, and because this date has been ingrained in me for so long, of course it was the first thing that I thought about when I woke up this morning. And then I realized, yeah, we're still technically married, but this is far from being a celebratory anniversary. We're knee-deep in the middle of a divorce. He's waking up in someone else's bed while I'm here. And it hit me harder than I thought it would. And I don't know why.
Sometimes being a single mom makes me feel completely robbed of my motherhood experience. Like, I just know. I know deep in my bones that if I had more support, I could show up better. I know I would be more patient. I would have so much more time to just like pour into myself and be a better mom, and also pour into my son. But being a single parent or an only parent means that you're literally doing everything on your own. You carry 100% of the burden. And sometimes I wonder who I would be if I had more support. During my pregnancy, especially when Adrian was younger, and especially now. And then you wonder like how your kid's gonna remember you. And usually when you have 2 healthy parents, someone can just step in when the other one's having a mental breakdown or they need space, and you don't get that when you're a single parent. Or at least you don't get that when you're the only parent. And the kicker is that you can never fully lean into your maternal energy, because you're always shape-shifting from masculine to feminine, because you have to give tough love too. And sometimes I don't want to be the bad guy. Any major life decision, any parenting decision is made completely on your own. And you will spend 50% of the time wondering if it was the right call, and not having anyone to be like, yes, babe, that was right. Or you're not crazy, or I back you on that. Not to mention realizing that literally 90% of the memories that I make with my son, I'm the only one who will remember, and I have no one to share them with, because kids don't remember stuff. And I know I'm a good mom, but I just know it's not supposed to be this hard.
So ladies, before you throw away a stable relationship for something better. Just know the dating market isn't waiting for you with open arms. Because in 2025, a lot of men have learned the same thing. It's better to stay single than to be plan B for someone else's regret.
I just walked into my baby daddy's house, right? Look at this. This used to be a picture of me, him, and his son. Look when I take the back off. Not the titty crop. No.
In November, I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent, and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I felt like I was too young and I wanted to go out there and experience life, and I started dating someone else, so it just didn't fit with my new lifestyle. And I didn't have anything to worry about because the other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm in child support, and to top it off, I'm really pissed off that I took care of them all the way up to November, and I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.